Hello everyone, your teacher Elena is here and welcome to my course Easy Peasy Russian. Have you ever wondered why Russians suddenly change words like я into меня or ты into тебя, or why they say у меня есть instead of using the verb to have like we do in English? If you ever looked at Russian grammar and thought none of this make any sense, this lesson is for you. I've taught Russian for years, and after working with thousands of lessons and hundreds of students from complete beginners to advanced learners, I have noticed something. So the problem isn't that Russian grammar is too difficult. The problem is the way it's usually taught. So most of textbooks ask you to memorize rules before you actually understand why those rules exist. So over the years, I developed my own teaching method because I keep seeing the same struggles again and again. Many students were failing because nobody explained grammar in a way that actually made sense. So instead of memorizing random endings, we are going to build connections. We will use logic, context, and simple associations that make grammar much easier to remember. We are going to learn two essential grammar topics. How personal pronouns change in the accusative case when we asking questions like how are you or what's your name? And how to conjugate verb to have in present tense. У меня есть. If it sounds too complicated, I'm here to explain with my method, and I will try to explain difficult stuff in an easy way for you. I'll be using my tablet today. You'll understand why Russian pronouns suddenly change. How Russians say I have without using the verb to have. And you will finally understand these patterns instead of simply memorizing them. So once you understand the logic behind Russian cases, you'll start recognizing them naturally everywhere. So let's get started. These are personal pronouns in the nominative case. Nominative case. So the dictionary form, and you can learn them as a song. Look, я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они. Я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они. Now faster. Я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они. Я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они. And now, let's talk about something that already exists in English. In English, you know the difference between I, you, he, she, it, and they. And me, you, him, her, and them. For example, you don't say call I, you say call me. You don't say I see him, you say I see him. Russian works the exact same way. The dictionary form я, мы, the one that we just sing together. So я, мы, ты, вы, он, она, оно, они is a nominative case. When someone receives an action or it's affected by a phrase, we change the pronoun to the accusative or genitive form. Like я goes to меня, я goes to меня, ты goes to тебя, and then we can make them as a couple. Меня rhymes with тебя. Меня, тебя. And it's kind of like me when we say me and then just add меня. Он, его, him. And remember that the g here we read as a V sound. Because when the g between O and ye or O and O, the g we say as a V sound. Она, ее. And it sounds like her, ее. And then they are also great couple. Его, ее. Ее, его, ее. Его, его. Мы, нас. Sounds like us, right? And then it's a great couple with вас. Нас, вас, we learn them also as a couple. And then они, их. So it has no couple. You just try to say it many times to memorize it. Ich, more you hear it, and more natural it will start to feel. Now let's look at how to say I have in Russian. Unlike English, Russian doesn't typically use direct verb like to have in present tense, like I have, you have, she has, and stuff. Special phrase. U plus pronoun in genitive or accusative case because they are equal. So, but after U always goes genitive, just to remember for future. So, U plus pronoun меня, U plus тебя, U plus его, but pay attention, we need to add the N, because it's like saying two vowels together, we just don't like it, we need to add extra N. It's like saying an apple, right? An apple. So you don't say apple. You need to add this N. So it's kind of the same. So also we need extra N here and extra N here. For the rest cases, we don't have to add extra N. So у нее есть, she has. У нас есть, we have. У вас есть, you have plural or you have formal. So this we, it's a formal, or it's a singular, but it's more when you refer to your boss or colleague or somebody who is elder than you. So we use вы in Russian. So what is есть? Есть is to have and to eat. To eat. So two meanings for есть. You actually can drop есть and you can say just у меня собака. У меня собака. Or у меня есть собака. So what is у? У is literally translates to at. Like at me, him, her, there is. Because есть also there is. Or there are. Think of у меня есть as one fixed expression that means I have. For example, у меня есть яблоки. I have apples. У меня есть собака. I have a dog. So as you get more comfortable with Russian, you'll notice that native speakers often drop есть. So, like in casual speech. У меня яблоки. I have apples. У меня собака. Or make it as a question. У тебя собака или кошка? Do you have a cat or do you have a dog? However, you can't do that with negatives. Don't say у меня не есть. That's incorrect. Instead, use у меня нет plus genitive case. So, у меня нет plus genitive case. Before we continue, I want to remind you of something important. Don't worry if you can't remember all these things together, or today you need a bunch of time to memorize that. You don't have to. Right now, I just want you to understand the pattern that start making connections. Once you understand the logic, remembering the forms becomes much easier. Don't worry about being perfect. So the goal is to recognize these forms and get comfortable hearing and using them. Genitive case we will be discussing in the next video. And if you'd like even more practice between lessons, make sure to join my Telegram community. I regularly share extra exercises, vocabulary quizzes, and helpful tips to help you build your Russian naturally, and you will find the link in the description below. Now, we will use these pronoun forms when asking about someone's well-being. For example, «Привет! Как у вас дела?» So, «Привет, как у вас дела?» Here we will be using «Здравствуйте, Мария Ивановна, как у вас дела?» So, I'm using here formal. Как у вас дела? Спасибо, хорошо. А у вас? Привет, Маша. Маша is not formal. So, как у тебя дела? Отлично. In case you forgot how to ask and you, because we use every time different and you, you can always listen to the person and do kind of shadowing. Как у тебя дела? А у тебя? Как ты? Literally, how are you? So then you're doing а ты? Как ты? А ты? Как у тебя дела? А у тебя? You know? So, а у тебя, shadowing. У меня тоже. У меня тоже все хорошо. У меня тоже все хорошо. Never say у я or у ты. Always use у меня, у тебя. Remember that его, ее, их map directly to him, her, them in English and take an N after U because it's between two vowels like an apple. У него, у нее, у них. If you enjoyed this lesson and finally feel like Russian grammar is starting to make sense, please give this video a thumbs up and it really helps support the channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the future lessons. Every week I share practical Russian that you can actually use in real conversations. If you like personalized feedbacks, speaking practice, and step-by-step learning plan designed specifically for you, you can book a one-on-one lesson with me and don't forget to join my Telegram community. Follow for more Russian lessons and useful everyday phrases, and I will see you in the next video. Пока-пока!